You're watching Metallicomania, and well, I've been sick all week, so I haven't been here doing videos, and I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. This is a album review slash ranking of the Black Veil Brides. This is probably one of my guilty pleasure bands of listening to. Um, I know a lot of metalheads don't like Black Veil Brides. Um, I got into them when their album Veil came out, so I'm a little more biased towards their newer stuff. So keep that in mind and don't get mad if some of their newer stuff is high on the list. Spoiler alert, it probably will. And yeah, let's get into it. Number 6 is their self-titled 2014. I think this is kind of a step down from their first three. I don't have it on CD. It's the only one I do not own on CD. There's some really good songs on here, like Heart of Fire, Faithless, Goodbye Agony, um, Drag Me to the Grave. There's some really good songs on here. It's just that some of the songs kind of, I don't know, sound a little bit generic on this album. Their other albums are phenomenal. This album's phenomenal too. It's my least favorite. I gotta keep it kind of like, okay, there has to be a least favorite. There has to be a favorite. This one's kind of like the one that I like the least of Black Veil Brides. And yeah, I think it's a 9.1 out of 10, still above average for bands. A lot of bands that I absolutely love will get higher than above average on every single album, and that's pretty much normal. It's above average for good albums. For albums that are above average from the whole field of stuff that's released from other bands that I don't really know of, and I just listen to one album, and I'm kind of like, oh, it's average. This is not average. It's definitely above average, like it, well above those albums. Number 5, top 5 is The Wretched and Divine. Very much controversial to put this one this low, but I kind of feel like their other albums are like way better than this one. It's still a perfect album in my opinion. It's got good ones like New Year's Day, I Am Bulletproof, um, Devil's Choir, Shadows Die, Done for You, Lost It All, and In the End, which In the End is like an absolute classic of this band. So yeah, that's what I think of Wretched and Divine. I think it's kind of not as good as the 4 other ones that they've done that are higher on the list. Um, and yeah, don't get mad at me for putting this here. It's just my opinion. I definitely don't think that this album is as good as their other ones. It's better than the 2014 album. But yeah, number 4 is going to be We Stitch These Wounds from, it's 2009, I think it is. 2010. 2010. I used to really not like this album because of the vocals and the screaming, but I kind of got into the screaming after a while. I was kind of like one of those people that liked the non-screaming. Didn't really like screaming at the time when I listened to this album first and when I was in high school. But since returning to it after high school and after I've gone like through all the black metal, death metal stuff, I can say I like this album a lot more. Best ones on here: We Stitch These Wounds, Beautiful Remains, Perfect Weapon, Knives and Pens, um, Heaven's Calling, Sweet Blasphemy. Sweet Blasphemy is probably my favorite on here. It's definitely the one that everybody like points to as like their best album. I don't really think it is their best album by a long shot, but yeah. And they have a new one, so where's that one come in? It's top 3, so, and Number 3, Veil, the one that got me into Black Veil Brides, the one that kind of like broke my like, okay, they're not that good type thing. But now I go back and listen to their albums, and mostly every single one of their albums is good, and I can listen to every single one of them and enjoy them. The last one, absolute awesome track. Wake Up, When They Call My Name, The Outsider is awesome. King of Pain, Ballad of the Lonely Hearts, great song. Throw the First Stone, and Veil, Switch Time Comes. Yeah, it's the one that got me into the Black Veil Brides. It has a different feel to from their one that they did beforehand. It has more of a newer feel to it. The vocals are more clean and more crisp, and the production is way better. Number 2 is, well, now you'll know what number 1 is just by what number 2 is, and it's Set the World on Fire. This is a lot of people's favorite, and it was a favorite of mine from like 2018 onwards until, well, you know, songs like New Religion, everything on here. I like everything on every single Black Veil Brides album except the 2014 album. It's kind of like, okay, there's some tracks that are kind of generic on that album, but this one has songs like New Religion, Set the World on Fire, Fallen Angels. Oh my gosh, I have a gamer tab on Xbox that is, well, based off the song Fallen Angels, off one of the lyrics on that song. So yeah, Love Isn't Always Fair, God Bless You, Rebel Love Song, one of my favorite songs by them ever. Savior, Legacy's awesome. Die For You, Ritual is probably, it's not my, none of the songs on here are my absolute favorite Black Veil Brides song. The album To Come is by far my favorite Black Veil Bride album ever. And Youth and Whiskey. This album used to be my favorite until, well, the new album just came out, and, well, it's my favorite. And yeah, it is kind of rare for a brand new album to become my favorite album from a band, but this album is phenomenal. It's awesome. I pre-ordered it, got it a week late, which kind of hindered the video, and then I got sick, so that I couldn't do the video because I really couldn't talk that much, and it kind of hurt to talk. So The Phantom Tomorrow, Scarlet Cross, the first single from when they released it, and this, I usually don't like to listen to songs before they actually or release on album form, but yeah, the 4 singles that they released for this album got me hyped completely to this album, and I knew I was going to love it from the time that I listened to those 4 singles. And Scarlet Cross is just absolutely an awesome song. The video is awesome for it. Everything's awesome about it. Born Again was kind of iffy about this track. First time I listened to it, ran through it again. I've listened to this album maybe over 10 times already. So, yeah, Born Again, Blackbird. Oh, the Blackbird's awesome. Blackbird is awesome. Spectres, the interlude. And it plays the Blackbird tune over and over and over and over and over and goes into Torch. I think it kind of plays the Torch tune afterwards too. So yeah, then Torch comes on. Nice, like, quiet ballad song. It was released as a single that was like, okay, this is different than their like hard-hitting first 3 singles that they released for this album. Kind of gave me a different feel. Kind of didn't know what the album was going to be about, but there's not many ballads on here, and this is probably, I think, the only like proper ballad on here. So it was great that they released it as a single for the Wicked one. The Wicked one's amazing. I love the Wicked one. It's just furthers how crazy good this album is. Shadows Rise, probably one of my favorite ones on here. Wasn't released as a single, didn't know it until I listened to the first listened to it the first time and it was absolutely awesome. Fields of Bone, the single where I knew this album was going to kick ass immediately. Just that riff that's on that album, or on this song, Fields of Bone, is amazing. The video was awesome when I watched it. The thing about the lady running through wherever she was running through, and the Phantom was chasing her through the building or whatever they were at. It was pretty cool. It's a pretty cool video. Crimson Skies, the third single they released for this album, that was amazing. I liked every second of it. The riffs are awesome, the vocals are awesome, and then the two songs to end the album, Kill the Hero and Fall Eternal. Fall Eternal's kind of like slow start and builds up, hard riffs, slow, and then it just goes. It's just a great ending song. And Kill the Hero is just another continuation of Fields of Bone and Crimson Skies, with how it's like based in hard-hitting riffs. This album left me feeling complete. Like, it left me feeling complete after I listened to it. I've reviewed other albums this year, but this one feels completely different and completely fresh. With I haven't heard something like this before, and it's great. It's a great album. Probably one of my favorite ones of this year, if not my favorite one of this year. Yeah, it felt awesome. It felt new. And it turns out it's become my favorite Black Veil Brides album. That's what I think of the new album, Black Veil Brides. That's what I think about the other albums. I'm not going to comment if I think they're metal or not. I'm probably going to get that in the comment section, but yeah. So, hope you guys liked it. I'll be planning on doing more videos this week with new albums, and maybe even do a Carcass ranking, since there's a new Carcass album out. And haven't done a Carcass ranking. I have mostly every single one of their albums and CD. Yeah, that's what I'll probably do. I'll probably do a Carcass ranking after this, where Carcass give me a hard one to do, because I really like every single one of them, even Swan Song a little bit. Yeah, that's what I think of Black Veil Bride's discography. That's what I think of their new album. I think their new album is probably the best one that they've ever done, or maybe even the best one of the year. Probably the best one of the year, and the best one that they've done ever. So, hope you guys liked it. Follow my TikTok, follow my Instagram, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.